2018 iPhones have been announced yesterday, and this year Apple introduced 3 new iPhone models: the iPhone XS, the iPhone XS Max, as well as the new weird iPhone XR. And it actually turns out that the iPhone XR, this one is the most interesting iPhone of this year, and here are not 5, not 10, not 15, not even 20, but actually 30 things you didn't know and you need to know about this phone before buying one. Also, subscribe and enable notifications for more in-depth tech videos like this one. Grab some popcorn because this is going to be one long but very detailed and exciting video. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. Okay, so number one, we have the name. Why is this phone called the iPhone XR? What does the R actually stand for? Well, in the end, Apple could have called this phone iPhone 9, and yes, that would have been a better name, but calling it XR makes it sound superior to the iPhone 9 because, if Apple called it the iPhone 9, it would have been inferior to the iPhone 10 because it's a lower number, which could have affected sales. But a real reason why I think Apple called this thing the iPhone XR instead of something like the iPhone XC is because X is actually the Roman number for 10, and then C is also a Roman number that's actually 100. So that's probably why they wanted to avoid having 2 Roman numbers and, just have one, which would be the X. And same applies for S. S isn't really used in the Roman numbers, and C is used, but R isn't used. So yeah, that's why I think Apple decided to go with the iPhone XR. And then this phone is actually a hybrid phone. It's a hybrid between the iPhone 8, the iPhone 10, and the iPhone XS. And that's because it has the iPhone 8 design on the back, not the 8 Plus, the iPhone 8 design, and also the back and the frame. The frame is made out of aluminum. It has the iPhone X front because of those larger bezels when compared to the iPhone XS, and it has the iPhone XS camera and the iPhone XS CPU. There we go. This is basically a Frankenstein phone, but that's actually not a bad thing. This is actually a really, really good thing, which I'll cover in a few minutes. And the iPhone XR doesn't come with 3D touch. Instead, it comes with haptic touch. So Apple says that on the lock screen, for example, when you press the flashlight, you will actually feel a vibration. So in this case, I think the vibration motor is being used instead of having a separate haptic engine like the iPhone X and like pretty much every single iPhone since the iPhone 6s. And something that a lot of tech journalists got wrong is that the iPhone XR or the iPhone XS or the iPhone XS Max, they do not have a 120 Hz refresh rate panel. Instead, they have 120 Hz for the touch input, which is basically the same as the iPhone X. So yeah, something to keep in mind. And also, there's no fast charger inside the box, unfortunately, and also no 3.5mm lightning to headphone jack adapter, unfortunately. So that's missing as well. If you need one, you need to, buy it separately. And then also in the box, we do not get a USB Type-C to lightning cable. Instead, we get the same cable as last year, USB-A to lightning, which really, really sucks because one, you cannot connect it to a MacBook directly, which is funny because if you have a Samsung phone or a Google Pixel, you can do that. And then two, if you really want fast charging, you would have to buy a USB Type-C to lightning cable as well as a fast charger separately, which is quite expensive, like 80 pounds expensive from Apple. Now, something that you should definitely keep in mind is that the iPhone XR comes with an LCD display, not an OLED display, like the iPhone X or the iPhone XS or the iPhone XS Max, which basically means that, well, this is the biggest difference between the two. An LCD display SIM. So quick story time with Daniel. A few years ago, I had a fairly bad experience. I was mugged, I was threatened with a knife, and my iPhone 5S got stolen. I really had no choice in that, but basically the thieves, they took the SIM out, and I wasn't able to track the phone anymore. Now, if this comes with an electronic SIM, that's obviously not removable, and it can still be tracked, which is huge. And Apple actually introduced a brand new Apple Care Plus for this, so a new program that gives you theft and loss protection as well. So there you go. It's not cheap, it's quite expensive, but it can give you theft and loss protection as well, so that's pretty cool. Now, a few things about a camera. So this one comes with a single camera module compared to the dual camera module on the iPhone X and the iPhone XS and the XS Max. However, the pixels are actually larger, 1.4 micron size pixels versus 1.22 on the iPhone X, which means that this one should have much better low light performance than the iPhone X. Now, since it's only a single camera module, it means that there's no optical zoom. So if you like taking zoomed in shots, well, you can still zoom in digitally, but you would lose quality. So honestly, I don't think that's a really big downside on this phone. However, what's really interesting is that with the iPhone XR, you can actually take portrait mode shots with the back-facing camera and the front, even though the back one is, yes, the display. You get a single camera module, which again, for some people that actually prefer using that optical zoom, that's a downside. But I mean, other than that, it comes with quite a few colors, so that's cool because you get, more options to choose from, and it's quite a bit cheaper than the iPhone XS and comes with a larger display, so, and a better battery. So yeah, I wish Apple had an affiliate program for these because, yeah, honestly, it does seem to be worth it. Worth it the most, that is, when compared to the other 2 iPhone models. But yeah, there you go. Definitely subscribe and enable notifications if you have enjoyed this video. It was an easy one to make. And also, join the zone if you want to support the channel, tap that join button, and you also get some exclusive perks, such as a live stream, as well as some cool Synoptic badges that actually evolve over time. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys think about this phone. Do you find it interesting? Which color would you actually go for? Also, if you've made it to the end of this video, type in, I don't know, made it to the end, #lemon or something. But yeah, thank you for watching. Feel free to just like if you enjoyed it. You let me know. I'm Daniel, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Synoptic, signing out. Cheers.